I'm Aaron Slominski. I'm the Western Fisheries Supervisor out of Williston. Yeah, we had a little bit of more snow than probably the rest of the state. Some of our lakes were down quite a bit going into the fall from the kind of the ongoing drought last year. And with just the really thick ice with some of the cold weather, ice was anywhere from 27 inches all the way up to 3 feet in some places. And a little bit of snow cover. There's a few lakes that, with the lower water, that they're kind of chronic winter kill problems. There's a few lakes that might have low oxygen, might have a little bit of winter kill concern, would be Cottonwood Lake and Tioga Dam. But other than that, most lakes are generally pretty good this year. Yeah, with the ongoing drought conditions that we've had, there was lower water levels at quite a few lakes this year going into this fall, and come ice out this spring, there's not a lot of runoff with the snow. Soil conditions being so dry, a lot of that will probably just be absorbed in the soil. So if the drought conditions continue through the spring and summer, then it's going to be a concern, probably with a few more lakes. So some of the better walleye opportunities in the Northwest. First one would be Lake Darling, managed by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. It's pretty popular walleye fishery. Fishing's been generally pretty good at Lake Darling the last couple of years. Some of the more consistent walleye producers over the years would be Blacktail Dam or Northgate Dam, and McGregor Dam has kind of a nice and up-and-coming walleye population. Some smaller fish, but you could probably find some eater-sized fish at McGregor Dam. Lots of northern pike opportunities. Some of the better lakes with higher pike abundance would be Skirmo Lake and Arnagard Dam. Smishik Lake would probably be your best three opportunities. A lot of lakes that have perch up in the Northwest, not a lot of big perch, but if you're just looking for some action for some perch, Blacktail Dam or Smishik Lake would be two options. For bluegills, a lot of bluegill opportunities also. Northgate Dam has been a good bluegill producer over the years. Some good shore fishing opportunities right at Northgate too. There's a couple of fishing piers, fishing docks were right by the bow ramp that you don't even have to have a boat to catch fish up at Northgate. Smishik Lake has some bluegills, Blacktail Dam, Sather Dam. Few options for crappies up in the Northwest would be Trenton Lake's been kind of a consistent crappie producer with some nicer fish. Some younger crappie populations, where fish might not be as big, but kind of a newer crappie lakes would be Sather Dam and McGregor Dam. And Northgate has also a good crappie population, and there's some fish last year that were in that 9 to 10 inch range that might be a little bit bigger in upcoming years at Northgate. Lots of trout opportunities. Our community fisheries across the Northwest get stocked every year with trout. Stanley Pond and Spring Lake Park right in Williston, and Watford City Pond. And a lot of annual trout stockings take place at places like Coteray Dam and McGregor Dam, Kettle Lake, and Northgate Dam. Really, nothing should change for the paddlefish season. Regulations and everything shall remain the same going on to this spring's paddlefish season. We encourage everyone to buy their paddlefish tag earlier in April. You can log on to your Game and Fish account and buy your tag and buy it online and wait for it to come in the mail. With the kind of the warmer weather we've had early spring, some of the local runoff is happening pretty early this year. So this paddlefish season is quite a few weeks away. So time will tell by the time May 1st opener comes around what kind of water levels will be on the river. Typically when we have higher water levels on the river, paddlefish snagging success is a little bit lower than when we do have lower water levels, but like I said, with the season being several weeks away, it's anyone's guess what water levels will be come May 1st. Yeah, plenty of fishing opportunities. We just hopefully can get some moisture this spring and summer. Ongoing drought conditions are always a concern in western North Dakota.